Let's just hope that the light will stay like this for the rest of the video. At least for the rest of the video down here in my kitchen. Also, welcome to my comfy mode. I haven't took my breakfast yet and it's already 10:30 a.m. so 10:40 right now. I really should start moving. I've been working for almost 6 months non-stop, and I mean this is the first time I'm actually working after I graduated, so it's been a period of adaptation. There are moments that I feel so tired, like right now, and there are other moments that I'm totally fine. I think it depends on the week. Every week I have different schedules. You know, I feel like most of the times I'm not being productive. Right now I do have so many things to do, and there is one thing that I really have to do and want to do. That is my boyfriend's present. I'm gonna hurry taking my breakfast and go upstairs so we can keep on talking. I'm struggling so much. I am in that new phase of life of just got off my uni, start working, or better, start searching for work. I'm just gonna hurry, taking my breakfast, go upstairs, take my camera with me, and have a talk with you. Hi, and welcome to my room. After 1 hour of trying to film while eating and trying to control the light that was like not collaborating at all, I finished and I am in my room ready to start making my boyfriend's present. I mean, I'm not starting. I have already done some part of it. Can you see what this is? Yeah, probably not. This is basically a kind of embroidered. You make crosses. We call it in Portuguese bordado ponto cruz. So I have to finish this. I have a lot of colors and I haven't used almost any. I've only used one here and I still have so many others to use. So I'm kind of freaking out. Just wish me luck. Welcome to my desk, my little corner of creativity and comfort. I've also added a robe to be even more comfy. Also, I wanted to show you the range of colors that I have. It's very in this sepia tones. In the end, it is supposed to look like this. I'm gonna show you. I hope you can see. While I am doing this, I also want to talk with you about other things, like my life. I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Mariana. I'm 22 years old. I live in Portugal. I'm Portuguese, as you know already, and also my first language is definitely not English, so if I'm saying anything that doesn't sound really right, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I am putting myself in this situation because I really want to develop more my English. Now going back a little bit in my life. When I was a kid, I've always enjoyed making things with my own hands. My grandma taught me all of that. Teach me how to embroider, how to sew, hand sew, machine sew. She also taught me how to make crochet. Before going to high school in Portugal, we have these exams that we do to know what we are more skilled to pursue, and it basically said that I was more skilled to go to arts. When I went to high school, I went to a very specific art high school that we have in Portugal, and it was an amazing experience. I mean, I grew not only as an artist but also as a person. And I am getting a little bit emotional about it right now because I felt like I was not being a good person before I went there. I was the kind of person that judged the others for what they do. And when I arrived at school, I felt like that is just so stupid to do, you know? That part of me wasn't actually me. I was just judging the others because everyone was judging it. And so to feel like I was part of that group of people, I had to act the way they were acting, and that is not the case. We should never do that. When I went to that high school, I've learned how to accept others the way they are, to do not judge others for the choices they make. So that moment of my life was a very, very important moment of discovering myself and also evolving. So I'm very grateful for that phase of my life. I've also enjoyed so much the classes I had. They were so pushing me to be creative and to explore, to get out of my comfortable zone, even though in that phase I was still a lot in my comfortable zone. In the end of my high school, when I had to choose the subject that I wanted to pursue for my university, I was struggling a lot because I enjoy so much art in general that I didn't know what to choose. The first course I chose was fashion design course. The second one was architecture, but I only chose that one, I think, because of my parents. I am the first person in my family that pursued art, and everyone else around me, they always choose more courses that they know that when they finish they will have a job. That was probably very scary for my parents. I really didn't care about that in that time, but now I understand their worries. I know now I do understand their worries. I did end up going to fashion design, and that was freaking amazing. I loved it. I was in my classes and I was paying so much attention to everything that my teachers said, and I was learning everything that they were trying to teach us. I was learning from my colleagues, that I had amazing colleagues with making amazing art and amazing designs. I was learning so much about creativity that I just couldn't think about anything more. My life in those 3 years were basically and only university. But I didn't mind with that, I just enjoyed being there. I also had that part in my life of discovering and of going to university parties, and that was also pretty cool. I was discovering myself, I was discovering the world. In the end of my course, my bachelor in fashion design, I had the opportunity to do Erasmus. Erasmus, if you don't know what it is, it's going for another country to study. When I was choosing the place I wanted to go to a place that no one else was wanting to go. I also wanted to go to a place that I felt like I could have opportunities in my field. So I chose England, and that was just the best choice I could make. Because, I went there alone. I really wanted to put myself to the test of just having my own responsibilities, going to the supermarket. That was a really good experience because for the first time in my life, I had the feeling of freedom. I had nothing that could stop me from doing what I wanted to do. I studied in Winchester School of Arts in a very small town. I also made friends in my classes. They were very welcoming. When I was there, I had to stay in a campus with 9 other girls. I still had my own room and my own bathroom, but the kitchen was together, so we had to divide the responsibilities. We had a very good communication. We went to parties together. I really enjoyed it. I also had a moment in my life when I was in Erasmus, very depressing, because if in one hand I was feeling very happy because I was having that experience and I was meeting new people and I was learning so many things that I haven't ever learned before. I was feeling so fulfilled and so inspired, so happy. In the other hand, I was feeling alone. I had that feeling of being alone. I was far away from my parents, I was far away from my boyfriend, and I was feeling a little bit alone. I've always been a very independent person, and so I thought that it would be very easy for me to go to a whole different country. But in the end of the day, it's not that easy when you're used to have like everyone you love around you. Going for the stage that I am now in my life. It's crazy to say this, but I have finished university almost 2 years ago, and I feel like I lost all of those 2 years. I was not doing nothing, but right after I finished my university, I started looking for jobs. I've sent so many applications and I haven't received any message from those applications. So I ended up sending an email for a Portuguese designer and she reached out to me. I ended up going to a interview with her and I got the job, but the job was not the job. I was basically going to be an intern for 4 months. In the end of those 4 months, I really enjoyed the work with her. She let me do a lot of things. Unfortunately, as you might know, if you are in this industry, interns, at least in Portugal, we are not paid. One day I want to actually live from that. I cannot afford to work for free. I cannot afford to just give all of myself to something that in the end I'm not gonna be rewarded for that. And that is something that I've always struggled with because I've always done things for free. I'm not really that kind of person that is gonna ask for money for the things that I'm making, which is totally a wrong perspective of this life, you know. That's totally a wrong perspective and you shouldn't have it. So after that, I went back to sending more CVs, sending my portfolios to companies, to brands that I love, even brands that I didn't know. I started feeling very sad because I wasn't getting any email back. And so I started sending my CV for other kind of jobs. And right now, after working in 2 of those jobs and still working in one of them, I am very grateful again for the job that I am in, but I don't feel fulfilled. I feel lost in my life. I feel lost about what I actually want to do. Maybe some years ago, I was so sure that I wanted to do this. And now I don't know anymore if I actually want to do that. But I also don't know what I want to do at all. I feel lost. And I'm learning to understand that this is normal. But I don't want to feel lost forever. I want to stop feeling useless because that is what I am feeling right now. I'm feeling useless. Even though the work I am in right now, it gives me the opportunity to be creative in it, and that's why in all of this situation, I'm very happy with what I have. I still feel lost because I know that this is not what I want to do, and that's why I am here now talking with you, because I want to discover myself. I want to do things that I've always wanted to do, but I never end up actually starting doing them. I want to explore my creativity. I'm here today because I want to unfold all these doubts I have in my mind. For 2 years, I've had so many dreams that were cut off. I thought I wasn't ready for them, or I wasn't ready to actually start them. That's the worst you can do. Like, have a dream and not starting that thing because you are scared or because you're too perfectionist and you haven't reached out exactly what you wanted to reach out to start making that. I could have been here like 2 years ago, but I am here today because it was only today that I have chosen to not be as perfectionist as I am. So that's why my channel here in YouTube is called unfolding, because I want to unfold and discover what is in between those pages that were not open yet. I don't know if you're feeling the way I am also feeling, but if you are, I'm happy that I did this, and I'm happy that I might help someone else to actually start and encourage someone else to actually start what they want to do. I hope you enjoyed this small slice big talk, and I hope this one encouraged you to do what you want to do. I guess that's it. Don't forget to unfold your life, and do not stop yourself from dreaming and realizing your dreams. Bye. See you next video.